Hey guys, hello. I have a couple info for you just to get it out of the way. Yes, this is my swimming suit. I put my dick in that. Just, you can say things so it's a little less awkward. I think you should enjoy your stupid life. I saw a dude say that on YouTube the other day. Just an old guy saying, hey, things don't make sense. Enjoy them. I'm fully with that. I think that guy is a visionary. I think he's up to something. Sometimes it's cool to be bold as well. I'm not even gonna check if the mic is freaking out right now. I don't care. I I um I started this kind of work thing in November, and it was really great at the beginning. What I would do at night, I would like put on some John Frusciante albums. Like every night, I would put on a different one, and that was a really beautiful way of like rediscovering all that music that shaped me into who I am musically and even a little bit as a person. Because I never did that to like just listen to them back to back night by night. And who gives a shit, right? But when I was listening to them, like something felt different about it because I was listening with some bad headphones that I bought at a train station or something. It cost $30, and it felt cheap. It felt a little changed, and I guess the whole music listening experience to me could feel different than it felt when I was a kid because I've had tinnitus since I was like 14, and so that's a thing that has changed how I approach it. I don't listen loud. For a long time, I didn't listen with headphones at all, and yeah, I have to balance kind of the audio because of some hearing loss here. But for the most part, it was a very endearing experience to revisit these albums like that. I think that I liked it, but I think also I was just completely in it. Was not paying attention to if it made me feel good, if it fulfilled me. I was just like, let's listen to some music, and that's what I did. And it was nice, but at the end of the day, now the moment is gone, and I'm no longer in that space or headspace, and I don't really have anything to show for it. I'm just talking about it. I don't think you can like prepare to enjoy things more than you would if you didn't prepare really that much. But I think you can do that a little bit. I'm saying that because now it's a different experience for me to listen to music a little bit because I have this new tinnitus, right? Fireworks, during the holiday and stuff, which sucks because it was a really good time and I didn't expect it, but it changes the way I hear um, from inside. It kind of just stresses me out and brings me back to that kind of traumatic experience of developing tinnitus as a young boy, I guess, who wanted to be a musician. But the thing is, now I have this new tinnitus, and at the end of the day, it changes nothing. It's not very loud. It doesn't actually hinder my music listening experience that much. But I've had all these years, even with tinnitus, where I had an iPod, I had a computer, a phone, whatever. I could just plug in, I could just put my Sony headphones on and listen to stuff. And I was free. I was free to do that. Didn't matter if things hurt, didn't matter if, my grades were bad or I got rejected by my crush or something, or or my body hurt. I had that. And I wrote about it. I said no matter what happens, I'll always be able to put on my music at the end of the day and close the blindfold and rock on. And that was completely true. And then it felt different. It always felt different. It felt like that ability to do that was slowly taken away from me by, becoming more sensitive to noise, and then I would just not use headphones anymore. But I always really had it, or at least it had come back completely. So in November, I could do that. I could have headphones and listen to music all day, and I wasn't worried about a thing. I had been good for a few years about ear stuff. It was really stressing me out less and less. I didn't even Take two. I didn't even have earplugs that I wore every day or that I had in my pocket. I just didn't care anymore, and I was fine. I was right about the fact that almost nothing really hurt me noise wise, and now it feels different. And so I'm just noticing how ungrateful I've been, and how I didn't enjoy that as much as I could have, just listening to music freely. And it's a little bit of a fallacy to be like, oh, I could have known better. I could have, have the foresight of, thinking, hey, what if, what if my health decreases? Shouldn't I be more grateful or whatever? Nobody has that. It would be kind of a stress, I believe, to go through life thinking like that. But we all suffer from not having that, don't we? Like it's always this way where you truly get how much something meant to you when it goes away. It's always like that. It's like with relationships, with health, with money, with status, with a really good job or a nice place that you have to move out of. Um, Everything is like that. You just don't actually care as much as you could unless until you lose it. But it's also like when you lose it, it's like this kind of trauma thing where it gets taken away from you and you instantly recontextualize the whole thing, and that's why you say, hey, I didn't enjoy this as much as I could have, because you just miss it now. I don't think you can control that experience completely, but I think like practicing being grateful can really help. So I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've seen them 3 times live last year. I wanted to do five. I'm still kind of pissed that I didn't do five, which is it's crazy. I didn't do five because my knees couldn't have taken it, and they would be busted by now if I had gone to Spain and whatever. And it's the concerts that I did attend, they were kind of a blur because I was just like shifting and screaming and singing around and complete transcendence. But I'm thinking when I'm gonna see them this year, hopefully 3 times too, let's like I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna like picture myself seeing them. I'm gonna picture them walking on stage. I'm gonna picture the roar of the crowd, and if it's gonna be night or the afternoon or something, and I'm gonna really think about the songs. What songs do I want to hear from them? What kind of feeling will appear when they sing the songs, when they play the songs, when they perform them, when they jam? And the amazing thing about that is like a jam you can't be grateful for beforehand because you have no idea what it's gonna sound like. That's where they'll always surprise me, even if I fuck it up like that by thinking it ahead. But I'm saying like I want to read the lyrics of the songs and try to figure out what they mean to me, and so I can like see Anthony singing them before, and like just so it hits me in the moment and I think back of that, because even if I know this band, like it feels like inside and out and stuff. At the end of the day, like I've had moments with Snow where I was like on top of a mountain listening to Snow, and like that didn't come up at all when I saw them play Snow live. I was actually kind of bored when they did that because they have like they play it a little slower now, and it's I don't know, it's just different. It's just different from the feeling I get from the record and stuff. So it's just like, this is Snow, whatever. But I have some crazy memories with Snow that could be linked together with the moment when I see them play it. And I want to kind of do that work for all of the songs that they've been playing and figure out what they play on the road at the moment. So I want to be more grateful because I really am not at all. We were talking earlier with people about like a dude we know who like focuses on a negative aspect of his life a lot when he has whatever, a family, a job, and physical health and stuff. And some of them were like, I don't get that. I don't get why you can like be so single-minded about one thing in your life and like tune out all of the rest of the good stuff you have. And like I got the guy who was upset. I got him completely. I was like, I'm like that. I'm exactly like that. When I have a problem, and even when I don't have a problem, I just don't think I'm a very grateful person. But when I have a problem, nothing exists but that problem, and it's just like living rent free in my head, which is a huge problem. It's just bouncing around, creating all sorts of mayhem, and I don't care about the roof over my head or anything at all but that problem. And that's feels like that's pretty much what mental health is like. Like you're not going to feel better about your depression by just being grateful for the meal you had tonight. It just doesn't work like that. It's a huge conglomerate of things that you have to address. So I think if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're whatever, wherever you are in life, I think it's really useful to like just kind of embrace and notice and take inventory of like what really gets you hard. What you know, what lights your fire, what excites you, what brings you fulfillment, and what kind of things like that do you have? That experience I had of listening to stuff on my headphones before going to work in the evening and stuff, just preparing for the next day. What do you have that is like that, and how could you like try to be more grateful about it? How could you go like, oh wow, I'm doing this thing, and I'm here on this planet with a bunch of walking apes in one of the best possible times, and I can plug into the internet. It's this crazy thing, and I have this roof over my head, and so I can watch this weird, kind of pink haired dude talk shit on the internet. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? So take a moment to just not do that, but also feel the abysmal infinite luck that is associated with doing that. And that's not always possible. I mean, I'm just too stupid. I just want things to be perfect all the time, because I could totally take my headphones and listen to a John Frusciante album tonight, but I'd fuck it up by thinking there's something different about it when there's not. And even if it is, it's like life move forwards. That's just what it does. If you want to have, if you really enjoy a thing and you just want to have that thing all your life, but you want it to happen the same way, you're fucked. You're dead. That's not gonna happen. It's like you get to have something for your whole life, but the price is it's always gonna evolve. Even if you really like the Beatles, like you can't really listen to their 1970 master anymore or whatever, right? It's like always updating and being changed up, and that's how it is. That's just how it is. I was so lucky to find that music when I was 15. Yet I already had hearing issues, and like I had all this time where my hearing issues didn't really worsen, or I say that weird, don't I? Worsen. Um and I had no more anxiety about it, and then I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it because I had other stuff going on. I didn't I wasn't like trying to make the most of it. I wasn't like, oh my god, if I do think about it, my ears are pretty good right now. Let's take my headphones and listen to 3 albums today. And that's not what I should have done, but I just feel a little compelled now to be like, okay, let's try to do this stuff I enjoy. Let's actually make an effort to be like, oh, I want this. Okay, let's do it, because look, this new thing happened where I have a new tinnitus and whatever, and if I follow the logic of life, I'm just gonna get worse and worse ears, and everything's gonna, worsen at some point until I fucking die. So it's like, enjoy the stuff you have, for God's sake. Just enjoy the stuff you have, enjoy the situations you have, because, like, it doesn't matter how bad it is, it can always be worse, and that's not a bad thing. I'm saying, like, you have you're not in such a bad spot after all. And I mean, I used to take a beer to do these kind of videos, right? I used to take a beer and open it up and kind of pose with it and drink it and talk shit. Now I'm sick, you know. I'm on meds. I can't even drink alcohol, and I'm gonna go to sleep in a couple hours. It's fucking 6 p.m. and I don't know if I ever enjoyed these beers. I just posed with them, but as I'm telling you, it's impossible to enjoy things enough so that you cannot have any regrets about it later if you're really stupid. I don't think that's possible because that's that's part of your human conceptualization of life to you can't leap out of what you know. You can't like it's like another dimension. Humans don't have the conceptualization abilities to be like oh like here's another mindset just for fun. It's like you can never get out of your mindset really because you don't have the experiences that could like give you perspective really. Um, Automatically, I mean, I guess you can force it though. You can be like, okay, I'm gonna do a great. No, not that. I'm gonna do an exercise to be grateful, and then just imagine yourself in like a couple of years if everything went to really shit, and then the next time you do something great, you're like, oh, thank you for this, thank the universe or whatever. Thank you for this moment. I mean, this really matters, and I'm whole, and I'm really in it. Yet I have also this thought at the back of my head that's like, wow, this is really cool. And you're just not living blindly. You're like, I'm doing this 100%, but I also recognize how great that is. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your stupid life. I put my dick in that.